Ketemu lalu pada waktu itu. Iya deh, bermasalah. Mending ngeliatin sih, lihat sih. Jadi benar aku mau kita. Jadi benar Dubai. Jadi benar aku mau kita. Kamu cek, kalau aku cek ke website udah disebut adanya bukan, mana nggak soal kamu cek, kalau aku cek ke website udah disebut adanya bukan, mana nggak soal bisa pakai titik. Tripotin di. Oh, tripod ada apa? Bisa pakai titik. Tripod. Tripotin di. Tripotin di. Coba ya, aku ya.
I'm sorry that we have technical problems, so we will be delayed for around 20 minutes. And for your participants who still sit back, can you sit forward because you can really see a blank space. Thank you.
Jos, apa? Kalau aku sudah pakai misalnya apa pak namanya?
And your response.
Facebooknya ada hq@gmail.com, sama passwordnya kayaknya sama satu R S besar Utomo. Kalau nggak sama Tan Malaka kalau nggak. Facebooknya ada hq@gmail.com. Entering tempat
Wix makes it easy for me to create a beautiful website that showcases my passion, ideas, and my work.
What is up guys, Jordan's Macintosh HD. So what we're going to start off with is EOS utility and how to, so for example, a lot of people, they like to maybe sit down and have a camera recording themselves. Yeah, just so I can view it on my camera as well. Do a bunch of different things. Using the standard 18 to 55mm lens.
Mas operator yang megang ini siapa? Agak mau dibuka gitu ya. Mas yang megang bukan aku misalnya gini soalnya yang megang ini dia yang megang ini itu bakal butuh bahan-bahan presentasi jadi yang ini itu kan ke situ. Oh ini ya oke berarti mbak nggak butuh buat enggak
And one folder accessories, which is the level. So you can take a photo with this and edit it on the spot. That's about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Excuse me, if you have any questions down below, just leave it in the comments. Also like this video, it helps out tremendously. Favorite it if you feel it's worthy. I think you guys check out my last video out there. That was really happy to help you out. Like I said,
Mbak, aku minta ID lainnya nyambung semua. Aku akan kasih Mbak list kalau bisa dibuka langsung dibuka. Nanti ini akan dibuka Mbak, buka foldernya itu isinya bahan-bahan yang akan dipresentasikan.
Hey there, my name is James Carroll, and today I'm going to be showing you how to turn your Canon DSLR camera into a webcam that you can use over Skype for Ustream, broadcasting on Ustream, pretty much anything that you would typically use for a webcam, but obviously with a much higher quality and better look to give you a professional type of So first we're going to get started, but before I do, I want mini USB cables. Now one came with your camera, but you was for. My setup is around, gives a nice style aspect. Here will work just as well. Pretty much it. You're gonna, if you have your camera in manual focus, which is what I have because I don't move while I'm talking, just right here and download it. And there you go. Should be, ooh, that's better. You take your, I'll show you an example with Skype. You're gonna want to go to your tools, your options, go down to video settings. Mine's already selected, but it should default be on your webcam, whatever webcam you usually use. You're just going to want to change it to Minicam Virtual Webcam. Save it, and there you go. When you start up Skype, it'll have it on this side. Now the problem with this is that if I drag, like see how if I drag this window over, it blocks the video. This is where 2 monitors comes in handy. This is why I recommend having 2 monitors if you're going to do this, because if you're doing work and stuff and windows come up, it's going to block the video, especially if you're broadcasting something and you're trying to look professional. So 2 monitors are going to hurt. You're not going to be browsing.
Wix makes it easy. For me,
So for example, a lot of people, just so I can view it.
Wow, bawah saya kabel semua. Ada panitia gitu. Kalau misalnya nggak ada, biasa kalau mereka ada hal yang nggak ya. Ini kita nggak mati, langsung buka aja. Nah, ini yang front ini langsung di CMS ke ya. Nanti kalau sudah langsung tampil di sana karena tampil ini ya view slide show jadi nggak ada custom slide show custom show view terus ini di ini copy IDF
Send me a message if you came what I was trying to do. But once you check your connection is up, you're going to want to move down to the live. Should be gone.
motor
right here.
Tapi saya pakai smartphone sendiri. Nanti saya HDMI ini ada tapi dari yang folder masih kalau panel di sini ya, panel sini, panel sini. Oh, cuman ngetek YouTube. Foto-foto sih. Kok si Doi kita loh.
Yang kemarin saya pacar.
Apa? Salah.
Nyalain lagi kan?
Excuse me, if you have any questions down below, just leave it.
Sering ini loh. Kenapa? Pakai terus kan?
To turn your Canon.
Iya, maksudnya ada apa jadinya? Materialnya itu bagi pecah aja antara dua tadi pikir apa? Kono emang dulu nang kono terus itu beda.
Higher quality and better aspect.
Itu Nah, ini buat live stream kan? Nggak ada potongan. Buat materi juga dari mana? Saya bentar. Twitter sendirian, materi sendirian. Bukan Twitter yang itu, pertanyaan tadi. Di sini aja. Iklan. Jangan dicolokin dulu, nanti dulu. Ada nggak ada nggak? Mas,
Should usually use.
itu wallpaper doang sih, nggak cocok urban. Saya panik masih saya kaget apa bilang dia kono kan kono kopi bodoh kopi barang iki barang tahu saya juga dari sini aja lagi nih wong terserah pakai itu makanya nanti sesuai gak ganti ya nanti
You're just gonna want how if I drag this window over, if you're doing work,
nanti aku buat ngecek streaming kan aku kalau satu aja
teksturnya berarti kan aku dikirim doang kan pas buat background kan karena Twitter dan kalau materi
Twitter kan sangat bawah tapi sini kita cepat kelihatan ini kita ngisi apa ini kita ngisi apa
Because the events will be in just a few minutes.
Fit.
Checking. Attention. Ladies and gentlemen, we will going to start this event soon. But first, can you feel the empty seat in front? And also, we would like to say sorry because why? The reason we are late is because we are waiting for the mayor of Surabaya City, but unfortunately, she has some she has other event to attend, so she have to cancel this event for unfortunately. So without any further ado, we would like to open this event, but first we want to make sure that we want to make sure that there are some quite games about this event, which is the urban youth meetings. Because if you have any other opinion about urban youth, you can freely give your opinion in public towards the Twitter hashtag H3 For example, if you have any information or opinion to our youth friends out there in the other cities, you can click at hashtag H3 Thank you.
Selamat pagi.
Good morning. My name is Sipa.
My name is Ridho.
My name is Puri. We are as the master of ceremony for today's event.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to the Urban Youth Meeting 2023. First, we would like to welcome um, our guests. First, we would like to welcome Mr. Jose. Mr. Jose Timothy Perdosi as Individual Meetings Movement National and Greater Jakarta Executive Director. Maybe you can please stand up and say hi to everyone. Next, we have Miss from the Kota Kita Foundations.
Miss Paulista from Kota Kita Foundation.
Let's give a big applause for her. Next, we have Miss Alisa Teodoro Kachiri as the Assistant Secretary General of UN and Habitat Deputy Executive Director and also the former Mayor of Kigeti, capital city of Indonesia. Thank you so much for coming. Next, we also have Dr. Ari Setiati Nurwanto as the Head of Research and Development. Let's give a big applause for her.
the aim of today's event are deepening common knowledge and perspective on urgent challenge and policy, and encouraging urban youth representation and sense, and also raising awareness about urban youth growth.
And also, the participant of this meeting is 400 people which come from national and international.
Before we start the event, I would like to read a rundown for today. After this, we are going to hear the opening speech from our guests, and after that, we are going to jump to the next event, which is we are going to have two plenary sessions and two parallel sessions. After that, at the end, we're going to have the closing ceremonies.
Without any further ado, we would like to invite Mr. Jose Timothy Pardose as Indonesian Youth Meetings Movement National and Greater Jakarta Executive Director to give the speech. Let's give a big applause.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Idris. Welcome to the Urban Youth Meeting 2016, an official parallel event to the third United Nations Conference on Sustainable Housing and Urban Development. Also, we call it here Habitat 3 and Habitat 3 Habitat 3. So the main purpose of this event is actually to capture the voices and the ideas of youth on how we would like our urban future to be. Most cities today is built not for the people, but for the cars, for the buildings, for the economic development. But we need to really back to the philosophical idea of the city itself, that the city is made by the people and for the people. That's the most important thing that I want all of you to be engaged with within your mind. And also, I would like all of you I would like to encourage all of you to be spoken. Uh, don't worry, we won't angry about towards you if you are too loud. But the most important thing that we want to hear your voice. We want to hear we want to hear each of your voice because all of your voice are matters. And the results of this urban youth meeting will be presented in the side event of the Habitat 3 Prep Country and also will be exhibited in the Prep Country Habitat 3. So all of your voice are important. I think that's all for my welcome remarks. Enjoy the event and please keep the vibe up. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jose. Now we would like to call Ms. Paulista from Kota Kita Foundation to give the welcome speech. Time and place is yours. Please give the hi friends and colleagues. I'm so glad, so honored to be here. My name is Paulista from Indonesia, and congratulations once again, Indonesia Youth Meeting Movement. What a great initiative. I think the premise of this event has been covered by Jose himself. So really, in Kota Kita, we believe in a city for all, a city that is built by citizen participation. And I think such a heartening view that this morning we see so many great young minds, Indonesian minds that will be inspired by your talks and then will continue to inspire many people out there. And then hopefully the formulation that will be concluded today will be the start of something great for our cities now and for the future. So have a great day and see you guys around.
Yeah, thank you for Ms. Paulista for the awesome speech. And for the next speech, we would like to invite Ms. Aisa Kerabu Kachira as Assistant Secretary General of UN and Habitat Deputy Executive Director, and also the former mayor of Kigali, capital city of Rwanda. I will praise
Thank you very much, distinguished leaders of this auspicious event, our dear partners, youth leaders and representatives, colleagues from the UN and other international organizations. Good morning to you all. Let me first of all thank you for organizing the organizers of this event with us. Thank you so much. And the participants for such a warm welcome. I arrived last night from Nairobi, and I was a bit tired, but I had such warm reception and hospitality that it has helped me to feel already at ease and part of the city fabric of Surabaya. So I fully agree with what the two previous speakers have said, that the cities are made by the people and for the people. And I think I want us to begin from there. We are UN Habitat, and in the UN family, this is a unique time for us. Because last year, you deliberated on the Sustainable Development Goals in form of what we have as the 2030 agenda today. And I'm sure you've heard that one of the key issues is to ensure that everybody's voice, as Jose has told us, counts. And we intend to ensure that no one is left behind. And yet when we look at what the world is like, that is not the reality. So what we do today, what shall we do today to ensure that everybody's voice is heard? And I think the Habitat 3 process comes to help us achieve that. The Habitat 3 process, I want to identify the government of Indonesia and the people of Indonesia for the sake that we have had in this. Last year, we were here in Jakarta where we held an Asia Pacific conference towards Habitat 3 that was very well organized and attended. We are now in the last part of our race. This has been a journey for over 3 years. And our intention is to, building on the Sustainable Development Goals, how do we plan our cities and human settlements to ensure that they're as safe, as inclusive, as sustainable, as resilient as possible. That is the essence of Habitat 3, and that is the whole purpose of bringing out the new urban agenda. And therefore we feel and believe that the role of youth and the voice of youth is central to this. I am, as I told you, I'm Assistant Secretary General, but before that I'm a mother. And the tendency we have as mothers and parents and leaders is to care for the young. And we forget to give them their leadership role. But it's important that now in the Habitat 3 process, you have a stake, you have a role. You're not only beneficiaries, you're not to be cared for. You are actually participating and leading. And we want to thank you for that which we are seeing. So I'm here to encourage you that I believe in the discussions we have in the courses that they are going to build on what we have been able to do with you in the last so many years. We have seen young men and women sit with their mayors, sit with their councillors, sit with their ministers to plan for their cities. I want to highlight a few quick points on that. Because when we engage youth and women, especially when the young minds are innovative minds, young minds take risks. And I believe that to change the status quo, to address the problems of poverty that we have, we can't just do business as usual and expect a different answer. So my first question is, where do we stand today? In the form of the city. If any one of you wants to stand up and say, okay, let me look at the world, does everybody's voice matter in the city? We realize that one in every 8 and do we really believe that those who are in slums and informal settlements, their voices matter? The truth is no, because they still don't have their basic needs met. And therefore, we want to say that the new urban agenda is about dealing with the problem of urban poverty and dealing with the problem of urban inequality to ensure that we all meet the basic services and needs that we need as human beings to deliver on the Sustainable Development Agenda. By 2030, 60% of urban dwellers will be, of the world population will be urban dwellers. And 60% of them will be below the age of 18. What we plan to do in the new urban agenda is to ask ourselves, where are our people today? Where will they be 20 years from now? And how are we planning to ensure that that transformation phase is actually enabling and empowering the people? I think we have been seeing a migration of people from rural to urban areas, but we've not been in charge of planning for this. And so because we don't plan adequately for it, because we don't invest sufficiently for it, people are moving, especially young people, looking for opportunities. only to end up trapped in poverty and slums. And we are seeing that now, while in 1990 we had 680 million slum dwellers, by 2014 we had 881. But more critically, people actually tend to stay and get trapped in slums than transitioning faster. So we need to do something. We need to find out what other bottlenecks, what is it that brings people to slums and traps them in there. This is a case especially for the regions of the world, and that is Africa, Asia, Latin America. Today, it's you we have to invest in because you are tomorrow's leaders. And that's why I want to thank you that you were here to discuss how can we plan, how can we engage, how can we invest in this process of urbanization so that 20 years from now, we shall look back and say, yes, we have a world without slums. We have youth having access to education. We have youth having access to health services and jobs. We have, and we can face each other and feel proud. The third point I wanted to mention here is the basic principles even around planning. Yes, again, I'll keep on referring to what you a city for all. In my neighborhood, in your neighborhood, do we have that space in which we all belong and share? Do we have that public space, safe for the girl, child, the woman, and the man, where we will have dialogue that we have in this building? Because as long as we have centers of public space that are accessible and seats of democracy, then we have what is wrong. We're not going to be able to pick the voices from the big masses. We have to pick the voices from the neighborhoods. And that is why the New Urban Agenda is advocating for safe public space, public transport, public services for all, because it's only then that urbanization can be transformative and lead to development. Again, this is in your hands. We are counting on you as we work with the private sector, as we work with universities, as we work with civil society to plan our cities so that they can maintain and uphold these public space and values way beyond our office, our times in office. And that is why the New Urban Agenda advocates for national urban policies to be legislated at national level and supported at local level. The fourth point is around the basics of rights to housing and rights to land. We realize that we keep on talking about this, but there is still a huge discrepancy in terms of access and rights to and for youth, because youth are very mobile. When they come to cities, all they're looking for is housing and not necessarily ownership of housing. So what is it that we can do to ensure that both ownership and rental housing is accessible and safe for everybody? What is it that we can do to ensure that land security of tenure is accessible to all?
Ini ada
We invested in both research and programs on the ground, and we have seen some success. We would like to say that we don't come with despair in terms of the New Urban Agenda. We have tools that can be an answer if we all work together as one. We would like to share much more with you today those tools. And today I'm delighted to inform you that my colleagues will be sharing with you, will be pre-launching the states of the world urban youth. Just to give you a glimpse of what we have as the structure and the framework of what is happening in urbanization. This is only one of the examples. I'm sure you'll have time to discuss with you how we have managed to access and maximize use of public space in slums and informal settlements to get voices of the youth organized, clearly indicating where they want to go. I think there is no better time than this to talk about this, ladies and gentlemen. The whole saying that development gone wrong. We are dealing with challenges of climate change. We are dealing with challenges of man-made disasters. We're dealing with challenges of extremism and terrorism, and every one of us is soul searching. We're asking ourselves, what is it that went wrong that has made human beings so bitter and disastrous that we turn around and kill one another? And we see that one of the biggest answers is around inclusion. It is social inclusion. As long as people don't feel a right to where they are, as long as they don't feel valued, then we are all vulnerable. And so, it's upon that we uphold in the UN as a system the values of human rights and human rights for all. I would like to ensure with you, I'm sure, that in years to come, my daughter and my son have got the same right as the most vulnerable in my city, in my town. And as the most vulnerable in a town and city much farther away from where I live. The world is migrating. Whether we like it or not, they're becoming a global village. But as long as we have these divides, that global village is not safe. So it is upon us to use the force of urbanization to plan for that global village to be a beautiful village where we all feel loved, cared for, and feel valued so that we can contribute to that. So on that note, I'd like to thank you so much. You've been very active in this process. We are back here in Surabaya to celebrate. We are back here in Surabaya on our last bit, as I mentioned. This is the final preparatory committee on the Habitat 3 process. From here, we will head towards Quito. It's so exciting that we've been to Indonesia twice in this process. And this is not an accident. I again want to thank you very much. Thank our regional office for all the facilitation and organization, my colleagues, friends, partners. This is a great opportunity for us, and I'm sure we'll look back and say it was time well spent. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Isa, for the original speech. I really inspired by her speech, which saying that every voice matters. Next, we would like to invite Dr. Ari Setiadi Murwanto as the head of research and development to give his speech. Let's give a big applause.
Uploadnya? Iya, uploadnya. Duduknya nggak masalah. Unitnya 10 meter. 9 meter.
Our honorable guest, Dr. Aisyah Kirako Asiran, Vice Rector of the University 17 Agustus Surabaya, Miss Mariko Sako, distinguished guests and participants. Last but not least, all young professionals, the future leaders of Indonesia. Good morning. On behalf of the Ministry of Public Works and Housing Indonesia, I am delighted to welcome you here to participate, write ideas, and share in the urban youth meeting, an official parallel event of the third preparatory committee of Habitat 3. Thank you for coming. I know that many of you travel long distances to remind us all just how important our role is for all of us. As we may all observe, UN Habitat, Indonesia Youth Meeting Movement, Kota Kita Foundation, and Surabaya City Council and committed to actively raising the quality of the city. Obviously, all of us want that all inhibited, regardless of race, creed, or other circumstances to achieve their full potential productivity. Our task there is to make it possible. We are honored to have Dr. Aisa, Deputy Executive Director of UN Habitat. Thank you for your coming. Ms. Mariko Sato, Asia Pacific UN Habitat Chief, and other delegates from ADB, Nol Sampa, ICOM, ICLEY, GSU, IR Research, and participants from many organizations with us today. All of them will share their ideas on how to contribute toward sustainable and inclusive city. Habitat 3 objective is to secure, renew political commitment for sustainable urban development. This also been one of the main tasks of the Ministry of Public Works and Housing. Our ministry is mandated to develop infrastructure in response to the emerging challenges of sustainable urban development, as Dr. Aisa mentioned. Ministry of Public Works and Housing is pushing our resources to achieve that we call 100-0-100 target by the year 2019. 100% access for a safe drinking water, 0% of slum areas, and 100% access to proper sanitation. We believe to achieve the target, we should hear the voice of the human community, particularly young generation. This has been the main reason why we involve them to develop proper sustainable and city. Not only involving the community at the planning process, we also invite private sector to participate through innovative financing schemes as well as during the creation and maintenance. Local governments are also by law entitled to have a closer look at the citizen, ensuring their basic needs are fulfilled. During the platform 3, Ministry of Public Works and Housing share ideas and best practices at some parallel event and session. The issues range from water and sanitation, gender equality approach, disaster risk reduction, slum upgrading, urban heritage, up to infrastructure financing. Finally, before I hand over to the committee who will outline this event, on behalf of the Ministry of Public Works and Housing, I would like to say, have a fruitful discussion. Enjoy Surabaya, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Aksi Setiadi Memanto, for the speech. Next, we will move to the welcoming remarks. We would like to invite Mr. Jose Timothy Cardosi, Mrs. Paulista, Ms. Aisa Hirabo Kachira, and Dr. Ali to come forward as a symbol of our welcoming remarks for today's event.
And also, we would like for the speakers to stay, and we will invite Dr. Retno Haryanti as the Rector of UNTAD's representative to give souvenir for the speakers.
Suara aku tunggu sound telepon kan iya kan ada musik kok jadi nggak perlu
The sound of the gong is a sign and a symbol that this event, which is the Urban Youth Meeting 2016, is officially open.
Before we start the main event, we have some entertainment. So we will invite Sekolah Alam Insan Mulia from Surabaya as entertainment.
bukan dari sini Mbak. Oh nggak ada, ini udah belum? Ini udah keluar ini. Mas ini soalnya harus speaker ini, dia speaker. Soalnya bawa saya. So pakai mic. Ini harus ada backsoundnya, jadi ini kan nggak usah backsoundnya pakai mic. Bisa kok, kalau soundnya bisa. Ini terus ya, kan? Streaming.
Thank you for the performance of Sekolah Alam Insan Jaya, Surabaya, for the awesome and remarkable performance to entertain all of us.
Primary research ya. Iya, iya.
Okay,
Apa
jump
masih
to
dicabut
the next event.
ini?
This is the plenary session one. In the plenary session one, the main aim of the plenary session one is
Kayak misalkan wifi dicabut, jadi internetnya kayak dua laptop itu nggak omong. Wifi ruangan yang dicabut. Iya dong. Soalnya nggak wifi. Ini nanti yang update baru ngakuin.
yes. We also say thank you for all the different dictionary. So all of them can be in place for their use.
Oh, dulu tuh insert. Ini udah juga. Ada satu dan ada nanti materinya dari kanan atau kiri? Bawah.
Thank you once again for the honorable guests. We would like to give a big applause once again for the honored guests. Thank you so much for coming.
Okay, now jump to the next event. This is the plenary session one. The main theme of the plenary session one is the city made by the people or the people, urban youth, perspective, and action. In this plenary session one, there would be three topics. Include youth and solutions. The second is youth in policy leadership, and the third is innovative youth inclusive approach. Rather than wait, so we would like to invite for all of the youth speaker for the first topic, youth led solutions. So for the first is from IYMM, and the second is from Kota Kita Foundation, the third from ISX, and the fourth is C2O Library and Collective Surabaya. For all of the delegations, please come forward to the stage.
Hey everyone, good morning. My name is Sita and I am from Kota Kita. I'm so happy to be here in Surabaya today and to meet you guys here. The fact that we are here together already proves that we care about our urban future. But we have to admit that we're living in the present time. We're talking about now. So as youth, what can we do now? What are the roles that we can take in order to improve our urban future? Well, let me introduce you to one of Kota Kita's initiative that is called the Urban Citizenship Academy. Urban Citizenship Academy is an open academy that promotes active engagement of youth by giving them technical and also practical skills in order to address urban issues that happen in their respective communities. We strongly believe that active and empowered citizens, especially youth, are necessary in order to improve our cities and also to bring social change. In Urban Citizenship Academy, the next young social leader will learn about how to do small-scale intervention and also providing a solid research in order to strengthen their causes to advocate issues. The transferring skill process will help to support you as active change maker and also hopefully will create a sense of agency for them to do so. The emphasis of this academy is real life solution and also actions on real life problems. It is our roles and also our responsibility to take care of our community, to make our community, our cities, our countries, and ultimately our world a better place. In Kota Kita, we believe that change can be started even in a small scale. With different communities doing different things, we can make a huge impact and bring a social change, a collective social change. So guys, what are you waiting for? Let's work together to make a better city and eventually a better world. By the way, this is an open invitation. If you guys want to know how to participate, there's a booth outside. Thank you.
Thank you for the delegation of Kota Kita Commission. Next is from IYFM for Mr. Jose.
Okay, thank you so much. So I want all of you to get your phone out. Okay, have your phone in your hand. Open your Twitter and tweet something about your future urban that you want. Hashtag H3U. Please right now. Open your phone. I see many people still don't have phone in their hand. Please open your phone, tablet, anything. Open your Twitter and tweet something with hashtag H3U. Even if it's your selfie with your friend, no problem. It will be fine. So why is that I'm trying to encourage you to tweet? Because this is the basic idea of IYFM. We like to hear you speak. We like to hear your voices. IYFM works in three methods that is continuous. The first one is dialectics. We call it usually dialogues. It is through communications, through dialogues, through Twitter, through this forum. And then at the end we will have the voices and then also the ideas from the youth. After that, we research on it, we enrich the idea, and we advocate them. Okay, that's the basic idea of IYFM. And the motto of IYFM has anybody here touched chicken poop? Have anybody here touched chicken poop? In Indonesia, we have saying that chicken poop is not so hot, but it's also not so cold. Those are the people that in IYFM we call that they already know the issues, they already know the problems, but they don't want to speak out about it. They don't want to give their ideas. Then we are going and we are saying that silence is chicken poop. That's what we say. Indonesian, most of the Indonesian must know about it. But that's our biggest motto. So if you are not tweeting right now, you are not using the hashtag right now. Pardon me if I call you sometimes later in the event, hey chicken poop, okay? So I told you the motto of IYFM. So the other thing is that why I encourage you to use the hashtag. All of the hashtag is being created by our team. And all of the voices and the ideas will also be created and be presented in the faculty habitat. So all of your voice are matters. And that's also the basic ideas of IYFM. If you have any questions, also ask it through Twitter, and we will choose the not the best questions, but the most right one questions to the issues onto the companies. So you have known about IYMM, you have known about the motto of IYMM and how it works. So I invite you to, if you have any other event, please come join us. We want to hear your voice. We want to capture your voice and advocate it to the government. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Joseph, for the awesome explanation. So once again, we would like to invite the speaker from ISEC and C2 Library and Collective Surabaya.
Okay, so this is not how usually when youth is gathering. So I need to see some energy. So if I say like youth for global growth, you guys say like the movement starting now. Okay, youth for global growth. No, that's not really young. Like can we try like a bit better, like louder? Youth for global growth. Okay, so my name is Nicholas. I am representing ISEC, and that is my Instagram. So if you want to connect Instagram, then we can. So next, yeah, I'm standing here as a human being, like apart from myself being associated with ISEC or non-ISEC, as a student or student, but this is what I stand for. I stand for SDGs, number 1, which is no poverty. So just a little bit about myself. Next. Yeah, I like this thing. Can we move forward? So I'm Indonesian, and for me, Indonesia is my home. Next. Yeah, so the role of youth in the SDGs agenda. So before I have some video for you to wrap up, because I have only 5 minutes, so I think videos speak louder. Please, next.
Sustainable development goals are. And quality education, no poverty, and health and well-being are the goals that young people care about most. This is just a sneak peek into our preliminary data. As the world's largest youth-led organization, we believe that young people are key in achieving such a global agenda. How are you shaping the world today? Join the Youth for Global Goals initiative.
So today, like I will give you like 5 minutes to really quickly explain what is Youth for Global Goal. So I really hope that you guys can stay and contribute better in the discussion in the parallel sessions. But next please. So like we believe that the world will be shaped by 2030 depend on us now. So like the action of youth today will determine how the world will be shaped by tomorrow. So next. But what it is exactly the role of young people in delivering the global agenda? So next. Last year, in September, SDGs was launched as the continuation of MDGs. And 3 months after that, ISEC, as the largest youth organization, committed to be part of it and deliver the movement. Because we believe that, next, that youth can spark and inspire. So he believed that he deserved a better education. But that access to education is just not happening. But he doesn't know who he can speak to. So it is the role of us, if we have the privilege,